Hello. Just putting the old heart rate monitor on. Bear with. Hey-ya! Yeah, no, I know, Jamie. I wasn't throwing shade or anything. I was just making a point. That's all. Terms of service with a bare chest. There are girls on here that literally have their tits actually out, but they just have a little bit of paint on. I'm sure me putting a heart rate monitor on isn't going to get me fucking banned. Right. Oh, it helps if you load the app that has the heart rate monitor on, doesn't it, really? Oh, bless me. How are we all today? Well, I hope. Well, I hope. Let me say thank you to those that have followed since we were last live a couple of days ago. That being Sam, Seth Wizzy, Ben Stapleton, Shalapio, Sam, Tomo, who then subscribed with a tier 1 sub as well. Mwah, chef's kiss. Case Lucio, Jail, and Wedgie. Jail? Jaleb? Don't know. People need to use continually. Make this point all the time. People need to use capital letters in their usernames. How are we, Huzzy? Ah, a dry race. It will be nice. Let's do our thingies. Achieve 6 purple sexes during the race weekend. I'm not going to finish in a better team position than my teammate, am I? Tyres will go above 34% somewhere, I'm sure. Eight championship points during the race weekend. We'll just have to do the practice program twice. Remind me, chat, to do the practice program twice. Is that finished uploading yet? No. The Chinese Grand Prix weekend just went live on the second channel. If you wanted to catch that, if you missed it. The Miami Grand Prix weekend will go live tomorrow, and we're going to plan for today is to record Imola, and then we will spend the rest of the day on Football Manager, which I'm sure a number of you will be glad to know. $25 million for Mikel Merino, is that it? Fucking hell. Fucking no, I mean, that's amazing. Ridiculous. Right, let's record. Ready? Welcome back to the F1 24 driver career here on, well, F1 24. We're in Imola this time around. Thankfully, a fully dry Grand Prix, and I'm sure editor Chris will be glad to know that it's not a sprint weekend here as well, so it should be a shorter video to record, edit, and watch. We did really well in China. Miami was going okay. And then something broke in the engine. So for the second time this season, we have had a DNF for technical reasons. We had a gearbox go in Bahrain, and the MG UK decided to go pop in Miami, unfortunately. So we'll have a new MG UK today for the Imola Grand Prix, and we've already had more mechanical retirements in 6 races at Ferrari than we had in 24 at Haas. Even though, in theory, it should be the same parts, because Haas are a Ferrari customer, but oh well, Ferrari is Ferrari, and we hope to do better today if we can. Imola is a track that is a really fun track to drive, but you do have to get in the flow of it. And with parts on the car failing their first time upgrades, hopefully we'll get some stuff through sooner rather than later, and the car can actually start to take a tick up towards those upper 5 teams, because at the minute we're still quite a way off. Continually, I'm sure Charles Leclerc will be challenging for a podium. Continually, I'm sure we will be challenging for points. And hopefully, as the season goes on, overall the results will just continue to get slightly better and better and better. And eventually, we'll be in a position to fight for podiums and wins by the end of the season, I'm sure. We are only, of course, at round 7 of 24. So there's plenty of time still to go in this second season. So let's not waste any more time, shall we? Drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save. Really appreciate the continued support on this. I'm obviously thoroughly enjoying continuing to make as much F1 content as I possibly can. So do make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of it. Come and join me on stream so you can find out or watch every lap of every session that we do. And obviously be my real-time race engineers, which is very much helpful at times with you guys in chat. So I shall see you after practice. Just upload my setup, chat. Just upload my setup. With you in a moment.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
Save that over Imola. Let's see how this goes. Track acclimatization on the hard tyre. Okay, off we pop. Oh, did you not, ads? They did tweak it since we last raced at Imola. I don't have any force feedback. Doo-da, doo-da. I don't have any force feedback. Ah, da doo da day. Ah, da doo da day. Ah, da doo da day. I don't have any force feedback. Ah, da doo da day. Yeah, we're gonna try and not discuss. I appreciate the intent, Mike. We're gonna try and not discuss that today. No, you don't need to apologise, mate. I've said everything I'm going to say on Twitter. I'm not going to do anything live in the moment. Oh dear. Thank you. Miss it, aren't you? You prefer that camera, do you? Tough tartars. Nose cam can get to fuck. I know, I really will, lads, won't I? Buy your shares at Dyson or something. Oi. Good. Yeah, good, thank you, Ads. How are you, mate? Ads, what wings were you running here at Imola? Can you recall?
Okay, DRS zone coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
Purple, yay. To normies. God, it's just fucking bacon. What's your tweet? Obviously, tweet the stream out, really, doesn't it? There you go, tweet the stream out, Bosh. Let Bosh. Hi, Ben. Yeah, I instinctively lowered them slightly from the SRC setup.
Okay,
Whether they're
give us some
low
good,
enough, I
consistent
don't
laps,
know.
please. We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy.
Might need to lower the front a bit more to make it a bit more balanced. But
We think we might see some rain
good.
ETA about 15 minutes.
Yeah, good, thank you, David. How are you, mate? Good, glad to hear it, mate. That's horrendous. Sat in the physics building for an hour and a half, completely forgetting to eat. Twitch's been buffering like mad. It always runs 1080p streams, videos, etc. No issue with Twitch. No idea. Might just be a Twitch server issue. Have you tried? It's going to sound silly, but have you tried logging out and logging in again? Or restarting your internet so that maybe it connects you to a different server? Works fine on the phone app. Might be that. Like Tiki says, that version of Chrome. Have you tried using a different browser to see if it's a Chrome thing? Like if it works fine on Firefox or something, then it's obviously a Chrome thing, isn't it? Or Safari. Thank you for the reminder, Jamie. Can I at least be 36 for more than 2 months before you remind me that I'm going to be 37? Is a good age, is it, Tinky? Yeah, but by the time I'm 37, you'll be saying, oh, 38's a better age, though. You actually going to let me through, Lewis, or not? Thank you. Nice. All over it. Oh, I think we put 2 and 2 together there, Tinky, to be honest. Horrendous. Hopefully my tyre wear might be quite high here. Well, it's not. It doesn't appear to be that bad. Oh, Christ. Your wings around 35 front 20 rear with a potential take out 2 less on both if you recall, but you didn't try, and that helped with the air strength initially. Okay.
Test complete.
Be curious to see what it says
really
tyre wear.
Good job indeed. We
Right.
got a lot of
Can't remember whether
valuable
Imola was
information out of that.
stupidly
Well
high
done.
here or not. Imola's about on point. Oh, this is the skateboarding's on now above me. This is the girl that was like 13 at the last Olympics, right? Oh, they're literally showing this is footage from Tokyo. Sorry, I've just seen the graphics. This should be like what 16 now, because it was 3 years ago, wasn't it? Tyre wear's a little bit high. I wasn't necessarily the smoothest of driving there. Yeah, good, thank you, Takaman. How are you, mate? Right, let's do the race strategy again, but on a set of softs. Because I need to do it twice for the... Oh, weather fucking changed. Okay, hang on then. Let's just do the tyre management on the hard tyre then instead. I'll do the race strategy again in practice too, when it's dry again.
So important for your tyres. Cool down laps are now vital after a push lap so that we don't light up the rubber too much. Not to mention recharging the battery.
It's harder to tell this year, I think, Bean.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control
As to who's going to go up, or sorry, who's going to stay up and who's going to go down. You certainly have said that. Hang on, let me finish the lap. in the Premier League, Daniel, will be what he's implying. That was diabolical. Well,
We're expecting the rain to hit us any time now.
might be able to. Get this slightly higher. If I wasn't driving like a fucking wanker. Temps are fine. Late 80s, early 90s.
Program
Level, nice.
complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
It's going to start raining soon, so it's raining now, in fact. I mean, I could do the race strategy on Inters, I guess. Just need to do it needed to do it 2 different tyres, didn't I? So this counts. Where have you seen that, Ryan? Feel free to tag me something on Twitter again. Yeah, all good, thank you, Twonga, mate. They got fined for a delayed kickoff. It's not particularly match fixing then, is it, really? Buy and reach agreement with Danny Olmo. Just need to discuss fee, apparently. And Jurgen Klopp's retired, hasn't he? Manchester City have been fined just over £2 million by the Premier League since you've breached rules relating to kick-off and restarts after half-time of matches 22 times over the last 2 seasons. So it's just delayed kickoffs and delayed restarts by like a few minutes, I guess. I don't know what advantage they get from that. No, now to do with 115. A bit more black and white, that one, though, isn't it? I'm slightly concerned that we're as low down the order as we are. I know almost everybody's run softs, but it's just fucking wheel spin. Did the thing say I have to pass the race strategy program with 2 different tyre compounds, or just do it? Still buffered on Safari. Sounds like an issue with your MacBook. If it's fine on your phone, then it's not your internet. If it's not working on Safari, it's not working on Chrome, it's not working on different browsers on your Mac, then sounds like a MacBook issue. Oh yeah, it tells you in the pause menu. Oh yeah. Complete the race strategy practice program in 2 different types of tyre types. Yeah, just complete. So, would complete count as 5 laps? It's just gonna want me to. It's just gonna want me to actually pass it, isn't it? Not just complete it twice. It's gonna want me to pass it, isn't it? So I'll just do it in practice too. Absolutely no idea, Zach. I don't use a Mac. I'm afraid. Sorry. Making sure everything is as up to date as possible would be the first place to start, one imagines. Drivers, pieces of software, etc. Yeah, if some are very picky, then he's going to want me to pass it, isn't it? So I'll just do it on a set of softs. I'm not going to do it on the inters. Frum bum 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 ba-dum, bum ba-dum. They were doing very low 15s. the other drivers on softs. Oliver, thank you very much for the 35th month, mate. Glad you're enjoying the F1 content, mate. Me too. Probably eat more of that inside curve than I'm used to anticipating, to be fair. I tend not to touch it. Yeah, good, thank you. Onion, how are you, mate? Is not great. Although it's on heavy fuel. Steady, Jess. Don't touch that grass. Don't touch it. Who are you currently managing at, Onion? I ended up spinning a couple of times at Imola last season, didn't I? That Haas, I remember now. I wasn't live yesterday, Tozielli, no. Oh, you're moving Gladbach. Buying a tough nut to crack in Germany on FM. That's going to be part of our challenge, isn't it? In the Glory Hunter. I got the graphic accelerator. I see what you mean about the sun glare. I hadn't noticed it actually, but now you pointed out. This is going to be a problem for my 5th lap. Thankfully, it's already completed anyway, so I don't need the 5th lap, so I can just sit behind Daniel, try and overtake him when an actual opportunity presents itself. Steady.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Can you give me goal complete? Oh no, specialist goals 0 of 4. Maybe at the end of the... Unless it wants me to perfect it, but it just says complete, doesn't it? Yeah, my tie weigh's slightly high here, which is going to be a pain in the arse. Oh well. Oh well.
And if today's practice is anything to go by,
14-6. Fucking Nora. I think I'm gonna be off the pace again. No, same. I just noticed that as well. I was like, I've never done that, or I can't ever recall doing the practice program twice, a race strategy program twice. But it is cool that it gives you the readouts of the different tyre compounds. Practice programs completed and resource points earned. I don't think I'm getting 390 here. I think I'm still only getting 300. I don't think the right... Oh no, I'm getting 390. Okay. I wasn't sure whether the right specialist was here at the circuit this particular race weekend. Turns out he was. So we get 390 resource points, and we could really do with as many as possible. There is a perk via the specialist system that would give us 60% boost to our resource point haul rather than just the 30% boost we currently get. So it's the power unit, I think. Nope, it's not the power unit. It's not that one either. That one. Strategy analyst. I've only got level 1. After a season and a third, or season and a quarter, We still are only level 1 on this side of things, so the strategy analyst, really, I should make sure that we do that. I did complete the race strategy practice program on 2 different tyre types, but it didn't want it. So, alright, it didn't let me. So I'm going to fail that anyway then, and we're not going to get any closer. Right, new engine parts going in, and hopefully we will be competitive at Imola. We've taken a little bit more wing out than I feel I need to try and be as competitive as possible in a straight line down the big straight. And fingers crossed we've still got the grip in the corners to a qualifying. Hey, Kimi, how are you, mate? What's the story in Jamaica, my man?
Welcome along, everybody, to Imola, just down the road from Ferrari HQ, and they...
See what sort of lap times everyone's putting in. Yikes. That's pretty fucking quick. That's pretty quick. Steve McLaren, I saw that Steve McLaren had been rumoured with it. I didn't know he was actually hired. You can select a specialist at the start of the weekend to be the primary, and you get a bigger point boost when you come back. Oh. So I'm probably going to need to be in the 14s to get out of Q1. That's not going to happen. I can't wait for this Ferrari to actually be not shit.
And we've been pushed down to P20.
Fastest I did in the practice program with more fuel and medium ERS was a 15.4. Down on Alex Albon through the first sector. Well, the first sector is probably my weakest at this track. Okay. Okay, 14.5. I'll take that. Beep 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 dee 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 dee. A tenth faster than Charles. Oh! Max is in the 13s. What in the for jipping, for jumping? $14.5. Do I go again? Do we think there's 0.6 of... I don't think there's 6/10 in other people's laps, do you? We'll see what sort of time Fernando Alonso puts in his next run and how much he improves by. Lando does a 14.2. Stroll does a 14.5, but that's in the Aston Martin. That's pretty quick. They're the only two on track at the minute. I think if I'm only that far off Stroll and only 2/10 behind Lando, I should be okay. I think I'm safe. Lots out at the minute. I'm going to take an educated risk and say that we reckon we're going to be safe. So we are not going to complete another lap. Sainz goes a 10th faster than me, but we know that Haas is very competitive. Piastri does a 14.3. I think we're going to be fine here. We've done the one lap. Yuki going a millisecond faster than me has just made me a little bit nervous. That RB... okay, was faster than it looked. Jeez, Charles didn't go out again either, so we both did relatively okay lap times. Both Williams out, Pierre Gasly out, Daniel Ricciardo out in the one RB, and Zhou out in the other Sauber. Okay, alright. Not a bad showing in Q1 on one run. Not a bad showing. Although I was still 6/10 off bloody Max with a 13.9. 13.9? Come on! How fast do you want to be? It's a joke. We have then, as a result of that, saved a set of soft tyres for the race, which could be valuable. It would be very this save and very Ferrari for that to happen, Jamie, wouldn't it? Hello, Jordan. How are you, pal? Appreciate you dropping by. Well, you really can eat that curb. Four from Lewis. Yeah, decent, thank you, mate. Yeah, no, I envisaged that. That's why I've tended to stay away from it, ads, because of the yellow sausages.
Okay, we've been pushed down to P12.
Whee! Yeah, it sounds like a graphical, like a graphics card type issue, Zach, more so than anything else. Not internet. Spinala. On worn tyres, that would have been enough to get me through out Q1. We'll take it. Charles done a 14.5 again. Craziest race start I've ever seen.
Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
That Spa one in the rain in like 96, 8. I always forget how long the pit lane is here. It's the one where Murray Walker says, like, this is the worst start to any race I've seen in the whole of my life. Vettel, Kimi, Max, Singapore. No, if you haven't... I just saw that on my timeline as if you haven't seen that race start, Jamie, in like 1998, wherever it was, it's worth looking. It's worth looking up. I haven't seen the 86 Spa start, no. Everyone but the Mercedes and the Red Bull going again for another run here. Was it 98, was it? Spa 98. And it was mid to late 90s. When Coulthard put it... Yeah, to be fair, it was when the McLarens were black and silver, so it would have been 98 or 99, wouldn't it? When Mika Hakkinen won the championship.
And that's just 30 seconds left in the session. Remaining in the session. We need a good lap here or we're out of qualifying.
I think this is going to be us into Q3, or at least very close to it. Stroll was a 14.3. I was a 14.3. I am so done with qualifying P11 or 12. On paper, I guess that is exactly where the car should be, isn't it? It is on paper the 6th best car. So we should be 11th or 12th. Oh, man! Well, I must have qualified P11, and I was faster than Stroll by 5 milliseconds, but Lewis Hamilton was another 3/4 of a tenth further down the road. Charles was only a tenth and a half faster than me, but it's fast enough to have him in P6. Kevin Magnussen in P4, by the way, in the Haas. Haas have made even more strides forward. In terms of raw competitiveness at the beginning of Season 2, we should have stayed at Haas. In terms of prestige of drive and long-term challenging, Ferrari was the right call. But at the minute, it is a bit painful to see the car I was in qualifying P4 and 8 when I keep being 11th and 12th. Jeez Louise. And a 13.7 from Alonso is just outrageous. Oh well, no Q3, but again, we save more soft tyres. Do, 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 do. Kevin in the nosebleed seats. Apparently, Kevin Magnussen on the podium in a Haas would be just outrageous. Oh, good. Great Britain have equalised against France in the hockey. Vamoose. Right, this could be a medium hard one stop. Andy, thank you for the 13th month subscribed, mate. Very good of you, pal. I literally did complete the race strategy program on 2 different tyre types. I literally did that. Fuck you. Sag. That's Sag. It's either bugged or it's got the wrong wording, Sean, where it wants you to perfect it, not just complete it. I might report it. I might report it.
Hello there and welcome back to... Let's run you through
So
the driver
in
grid
Imola
order
then,
for
Charles
today's
P6
exciting
after
race.
Q2. Was he able to get himself further up the grid for
Max Verstappen put in a
Q3?
fantastic lap
Max's
yesterday
lap was
and
slightly
he'll start
faster
from
there
pole
than
position.
Fernando Alonso's
Fernando
was
Alonso
in
completes the
Q2.
front
Alonso
row.
not able to
Looking at the
replicate
rest
his
of today's grid,
13.766
we have
from Q2 in
Norris,
Q3.
Russell,
Lando P3.
Leclerc,
Charles starts
Hamilton,
P5 with a
Oscar
14
Piastri,
flat.
Perez,
Which is a
Sainz,
very, very competitive
Magnussen,
time. Sainz Magnussen not
Wood,
able to step it up.
Stroll,
Intriguing
Hulkenberg,
in Q3, but whether
Tsunoda,
they used
Ocon,
a used
Zhou,
set of tyres, I'm not sure. They might have
Albon,
looked to
Gasly,
save a set
Ricciardo,
for the
and
race.
Matteo Pourchaire.
Teo
It's
Pourchaire at
almost
the back of the
hour
grid.
long
No
time
penalties
here
this
to
time, though. Obviously, we had a
Okay, as you
DNF,
know,
but
this is the team's home race, which means it's extra important for everybody in this team. They've got friends here, they've got family here, they're all in the grandstands watching, so let's go and put on a good show for them.
don't make me feel that nervous. Lots of mediums around, few hards. So I have a feeling I'm probably going to have to copy and do the medium hard one stop, but do it as in stop slightly earlier than 28. There's only there's about 4 seconds in the two stop, and obviously it's such a long pit lane that you're going to lose a lot of time in the pits. So it's almost certainly the right thing to do to go for the one stop and just try and pull off a bit of an undercut once, stop 26, and then try and do 37 laps on the hard. Not much variation here, I don't think, unfortunately. So that'll be what we do. Yeah, hard soft's a no-go. Don't want an extra stop here. No, that one. Right, I'm going to go and have a quick toilet break before we start the race, whilst you guys have a prediction about where we're going to finish. We are starting P11, but we've shown half-decent placing qualifying, so I'm going to say, will we be P7 or higher, or P8 or lower? You guys can have your predicciones. We start P11, Blos. We start P11. And I shall be back in uno momento. BRB. Hello. You've been burnt by the prediction when you, yeah, you did kind of get burnt a little bit, didn't you, Ben? Unfortunately. Right. Right. Ooh, intriguing. Normally, you guys are pretty solid in the positive, but actually positive, really solid in the negative this time. Eddie Nketiah and Olympique Marseille have reached an agreement on personal terms, apparently. Nketiah to Marseille might be on. I'm trying. I'll give it my best shot, Jahid. I'll give it my best shot, mate. Yeah, no agreement on fee yet, apparently.
Okay, so our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of this lap.
Great Britain just scored a second with 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Up the fucking GBRNI. Trying to not use my brakes throughout the whole of the lap. 22 degrees they've been sat out the whole time. So in front of us on the hards. Again, both McLarens on the hards. That's intriguing. Then Nico. Both McLarens and both Alpines? Yeah, both McLarens and both Alpines on the hards.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
Don't know, Zach. Just seeing if I can do it. They always burn up to over 1,000 degrees. Obviously, I'm going to have to use them to stop on my grid spot. But
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
I'll do my best, sir. Both Hasses in front. My rating rival Lance Stroll behind. A long hold. But we are indeed away. And it's not a bad start, you know. Can get quite chaotic into turn one here, so I'm not going to get too aggressive. Might take the Hass around the outside, though. Or try to. And fail to, because he's then got the inside line. Still P11, though. Not a bad start. Oh, slam on the brakes. It's not really much of an opportunity into this hairpin, because the racing line pinches. A little bit of contact there, but not too much damage from it. Side pod of Carlos Sainz. Once you get fully up to racing speed, you don't really get the chance to fly into the inside line on that hairpin because it. Oh, good. Okay, one done, and no one's really gone anywhere yet. Apart from the two up top that have pieced out. Lando on his hard tyres is creating quite a bit of a roadblock at the minute, and Verstappen has gone from P1 to P5 at the start. Terrible start for Max Verstappen. No incidents to report, but Fernando Alonso and George Russell, when I start racing again, look at the minimap and see the gap that they've opened up already. It's silly. They're just gone. Lando on his hard tyres is really holding a lot of people up here, and Piastri, we're running the risk of Piastri doing the same to us here too. The McLarens and the Alpines are running hard tyres. Everyone else is on a medium. And I presume everyone's on a one-stop, regardless of what tyre they're on. So the undercut for us on about lap 26 could be very important. Maybe even slightly earlier. I'm not regaining much ERS here, which is a bit of a pain. I'm probably going to need that, but we'll see how the race pans out. At the moment, we're doing okay. Big locker by Piastri. Thank you very much, mate. I'll take P10.
Nice move. Keep going.
Toodaloo, sir. Big mistake on the hards that have evidently not warmed up properly yet. And they are going to cost him loads of time. Thankfully, we are annoyingly not quite out of DRS range, so Piastri will have DRS here down the straight, but we will also have it on the cars in front, so we shouldn't get gained on too much here. Battery retention has been okay, but I haven't really had to drain it yet. But quite clearly, if I use some of it, we do have some pace in a straight line, so this could be, provided everything goes well, a positive-ish race for us, yet still. Stroll is past Piastri behind.
About the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good.
Purple sector 1 as well, although I did use quite a bit of battery.
There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it.
Right, I'm pleased so far. We've only made one position, but I'm pleased so far.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
Ready? He up needs. Now then. all starting to pick Lando off now and then get away down the road. Lando's losing positions, hand over fist at the minute. He's absolutely tumbling. We're all concertinaed up now. Might have to get a little bit ambitious to try and make an overtake or two in a bit of an unconventional spot. Otherwise, well, Piastri's already taken a half a second out of us this lap alone, so that says everything you need to know about the amount of pace we're losing. Stuck behind Lando whilst everyone is battling with him. But I can't quite seem to get a decent enough run with traction out of any corner at the minute to really put too much pressure on Sainz or Magnussen in front. Leclerc is tucked up in P7 at the moment, so we're on for a double Ferrari point scoring finish as it stands. I guess ultimately this is where the undercut could really come in handy, because if we're still like this by lap 22, I'll just dip. The hard tyres will last and we'll get such a big undercut. Perez has gone for Lando again. Position gained. Just their traction is just so much better than me everywhere. It's the only issue at the minute. I don't know whether it's probably me more so than it is the car. My driving style. Or just AI being very strong in traction zones, which has definitely been a factor in other circuits. But we're very, very comfortable right now in P10, biding our time, waiting for the opportunity to either make an overtake or go for a giant undercut. Going to go for it on Sainz into the left-hander here, penultimate corner. And get the job done. Off we go. Good.
Good job. Nice overtake.
Had to force the issue a little bit, but we got it done. We used quite a bit of battery here to stay in front. Now just the DRS will carry us. And we'll be right back up behind the group in front. Come on then. P9.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Thank you for the follow, Chiwu. Appreciate it, mate. And Opal Astra, welcome to the gang, lads. Glad you enjoyed the commentary, Chiwu. Thank you, mate. This is the second season, Cutesy. Season 1, we were at Haas. And we got the move to Ferrari.
Let's get past them.
Going to be slow here. Perez and Norris still battling really, really, really hard. Again, their traction and drive going to keep them in front. K-Man's gone a bit defensive here, which will put him out of position. It's put me out of position as well as I'm battling with Carlos Sainz now. He's trying to make a move up the inside. I got a bit feisty for a moment. K-Mag went defensive and it very nearly let his teammate through and around me. I went from looking in front and thinking I might make a position to immediately being like, oh, I might lose one. Little lock up from someone. No damage done. No Piastri level mistake. Might try the same move on K-Mag as I did on Sainz here. Down the inside. Against my former teammate in my former car. Another position made, P8. Ferrari 7 and 8 right now. That was a clean one, I like that. I enjoyed that. Whew. Yes, Cheese. Still full 24 race season. Gamer Dad, thank you for the follow, mate. Same Gamer Dad as before, or different Gamer Dad? I can't remember what the number was at the end of other Gamer Dad's username. Yeah, everything at Brazil is mad. Fuel is fine as well.
Okay, Charles ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 8 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap, 1:19.2. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap.
Still very happy to sit here. Piastri's caught up now, but there's a big gap back to the RB behind Oscar. Perez and Norris going for it once again. Oh, I got a little bit trigger happy there with the throttle pedal. I know that's Charles ahead of me now.
Let's try and get past them quickly.
Steady. I spun there a couple of times last season in the Haas. I do not want to make the same mistake this year. Probably not going to get the opportunity to get past Charles, but it's not too much of an issue really. As long as we're in exactly this position, then we'll absolutely undercut and absolutely make time. Steady. Be careful where I use my battery. Tyres are getting warm now. We're 17 or 18% on that rear right. 18 now. You can tell which tyre doesn't really get used much around here, can't you?
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
My tyre wear is a little bit worse than everyone else's, according to the race strategy, so we will start to struggle slightly sooner than everyone else. I think someone might have caught the wall there. Did they? No. Could have sworn there was some carbon fibre flicked up then. Must have just been the plank. Lando's all over the shop. Flying about. Still the race is going according to plan thus far. We're happy. We are driving on the ragged edge though, as you can see. I am driving to the very limit of my talent pool at the moment. Oh, Charles! That was huge. Big mistake from the Ferrari.
Really good job with that target, mate.
He got well out of shape coming out of the chicane. That was Very unexpected. I don't think I've ever seen an AI driver make a mistake like that there, ever. But it's P7 for us. It's still a Ferrari 7.8. We're just the other way around now. Grazie. Charles, grazie. Lando again, past Sergio Perez. Whoa! Never mind. Yeah, I could have got a really good thumbnail there, couldn't I? We'll ignore what's going on in front now for the highlights. Just cut it a little bit further back. Before I did my pirouette. Yeah, hopefully that overtake is in the post-race highlights package. Sure, I can watch the full replay at the end if we need to. Lap 11, wasn't it? Remember lap 11, chat. Yeah, I think the race highlight didn't save the other day because I DNF'd. For whatever reason, if you DNF, it doesn't save the full replay. I don't know why. It's been a thing in previous years as well. If you're on PC, then you can save a full replay file, but on console you can't. Lando might be out of Perez's DRS range here. He is. The hard tyre is starting on lap 15 to become the better piece of rubber to be on. So just gone very defensive, but I'm going to throw it at the inside. He tried to turn in when I was alongside him, but the move is done. We're up to P6. I'll have a look at that and see when Sergio looked to turn in there. I was very much alongside. He went defensive. He knows I'm coming because he went defensive. And I'm here well before the apex, and he's elected to try and go for the apex. Thankfully, it's wheel to wheel. Although my right rear does catch his front wing there a little bit, but doesn't appear to have done any damage to the front of the Red Bull. But that is a legitimate move. Very happy with that. Up to P6. Now, unfortunately, I think Lando is going to be too difficult to catch now with his tyre advantage. So I'm now going to be the one at danger, at risk, every lap down the main straight. So I need to make sure that I'm far enough ahead of Sergio Perez if I can. He says as he makes a mistake. Stop waffling, Ches. Not through Aqua Minerale, thank you. I'll have that. Having to get very aggressive and feisty here to hold on to my position, but we are holding on to the position. But Lando will disappear down the road now. This is going to be the head of the train for the short term. Might just have enough battery though to defend without needing to worry too much about it behind. Might be able to protect myself down the straight. It's concentrating and driving well everywhere else that's going to make the difference here.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.7 seconds.
Planning on pitting about lap 25, Tom.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button.
Starting to really struggle with rear traction now. Quite badly. This is where the two-stop starts to dangle the carrot and say, do me instead. Stop on 19, then stop on 38. But I'm not sure. There wasn't that much time at all between the two strategies supposedly on paper. I am sorely tempted. To try a two-stop. The thing is, I'm going to have to make it back through a lot of traffic if I do. And I'm not sure I'm going to have the pace or time to do so. Checo's got me back. Really struggling with that rear downforce. It's going to be a challenge to try and keep up with Checo. Not rear downforce, just traction in general. I'm not going to box as early as 21. But we may go 23 or 4. I could just stay in DRS range, I'm happy enough. I've got enough pace to keep up, but not enough pace to pull away. Lewis Hamilton in the pits. That is Lewis Hamilton committing to a two-stop. We are going to do a one-stop, and we will find out, with comparative finishing places to Lewis Hamilton, whether we have or have not made the right decision to stick with the one-stop.
Faster, 1 second.
Don't defend thin air, Sergio. Only Lewis that's two-stopping by the looks of things. Literally only Lewis. Sergio would have cut me off there if I didn't switch.
Great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy.
I had such a run on him, and he closed right to the edge of the grass. If I'd have fully committed to that move on the left-hand side of Sergio Perez, he would have pushed me onto the grass. I had to switch there. In the end, it was a decent move, but I had no choice but to switch sides. Lando 5.3 seconds down the road now. Oh my god, I am tank slapping all over the shop. I'm going to go 24 Sockmas, I think.
The Red Bull drivers just completed a pass for the lead.
Go on, Charles. Have him. We thought about it. Didn't do it.
And gap to the car in front, 6.5 seconds.
Boxing 24.
Behind is dropping back by about 3/10 of that. Well done.
At the moment, we're comfortable behind, so I might try and extend a bit. I might only undercut by a couple of laps on 26 rather than 4 laps on 24.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
No worries, son. Catch you later, dude. Good luck with the exam, my man. Bollocks. That one mistake. Sergio back through. We'll box this lap.
Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position.
We managed to keep the gap about 8 or 9 tenths for 3 or 4 laps there, and not really been under much threat from behind at all. All it takes is that one mistake though through a high speed part of the track and you lose so much time. I could still try and utilise the DRS on Sergio if I'm close enough, which I think I will be. I might still box 26. We did make the decision to box 24 when we were under threat. And we were not under threat, so I thought, okay, well, we might as well keep going for a little bit and still get a bit of an undercut, but if the gap's growing, the gap's growing. I'm a little bit deep in there. I think we still go 26. I think we still go 26.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hard next time.
Going to move down on Sergio now. And then box this lap. Oi, oi, oi.
Okay, mate, lap times are a little erratic at the moment. Let's try and close up the difference between them.
I'm in the box now.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
It'll just get postponed then.
Okay, gap ahead, 8.6 seconds.
Got an 8/10 gap again. So if I undercut now and try and utilise my new pace and a lot of battery, then maybe we can be out of DRS range by the time we all pit, or by the time they all pit. Please, a quick stop.
Okay, go, go, go.
Good.
Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy
Right,
with that one.
targeting a P5 finish here at Imola. Also targeting bringing the temperature in the office down from 29 degrees to something a bit more respectable. If you'll allow me the luxury of a couple of minutes to just fucking chill out a minute. Dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. Wow, 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 wow. Oi, oi, oi. How are we all anyway? Good, I hope. How is it just as hot where you are as it is here at the minute? Thanks for the support, George. Glad you're enjoying the stream, mate. Oh, you're new to the stream, lovely RT. Thank you for the support on the Cambridge ICG, my man. We will be recording more of that on Saturday. We recorded ahead a couple of episodes, and I need some feedback before I can finish off the next video. It is indeed a little bit hot, especially with PC, 2 monitors and a PS5 on. Yep, same. TV, 2 lights, Skybox, 3 monitors, and Xbox. Warm, toasty. That's the thing. Like recently here, it's been saying like, I'll see if it's the same today. Yeah. 24 feels like 27. Yesterday it was 26, feels like 31. We went for a walk in it and it was just brutal. Not by Aussie standards, Zach, but here, it's fucking hot. It's so humid and close. Thanks for the follow. It's Mint. Welcome to the channel, mate. Yeah, I'm not sure if I did the schedule right. Yeah, no, I'm offline Sunday. I did do the schedule right. I wasn't sure if I'd done the schedule correctly. Yeah, Ferrari video went live. China episode. Of course, the only 2 comments on it so far are someone going first and someone else going second. No, there's no inbuilt air conditioning, Zach. Our houses are built to keep the heat in, which is the problem. Our houses are built to insulate against the winter, not necessarily aerate in the summer. It's not good. It is warm. Very, very warm. I don't mind spring, I don't mind autumn, but summer and winter can fuck off. Yes, but until global warming fucks off and climate change changes, it's not going to. It's only just going to keep getting hotter. Lovely. Oh, good.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Right, now, Lewis is running a 2-stop here, and at the moment, after that stop, he's come out behind Pierre Gasly on hards and is held up to high heaven. His 2-stop is not going to work because he just cannot get through a train of cars. He's behind the 2 Saubers, as you can see on the minimap. Oh, it's nice to have some rear traction back. He's tucked up behind the 2 Saubers and he's just not going to get through. And now the Alpine on the hards and the 2 Saubers make it even more difficult to get through. So hopefully, because we extended a little bit, we'll be able to close in on those in front. We extended but still undercut, if you know what I mean. We were going to undercut significantly earlier than we did. But 26 rather than 28 should give us enough of an undercut to be able to earn time back on Checo and co. Because now Charles will just have a go at Sergio Perez. It's not like Sergio Perez was going to race away into the distance. Charles will just keep tabs on him. We were able to keep tabs on him as well with our DRS. I'll use my battery as best I can. And hopefully, with a 2-lap undercut, we should be able to get out of DRS range of Sergio Perez. And once we've done that, provided I can drive consistently, cleanly and quickly, we might be able to stay out of DRS range of Sergio Perez. That would be the dream. That's the aim with this 2-lap undercut. What I don't want to happen is for those in front of me to go slightly longer and to lose time having to overtake people before they pit. I'm hoping that Porsche, Ricardo, etc. will box this lap, meaning that they'll just quite simply get out of the way. Charles is past Sergio Perez as well, if you look at the minimap, coming down past Sector 3 sign. Charles is through, and hopefully will box now as well. We've had a sensor die. There's been reliability issues in every Ferrari race. Whether it's a component genuinely breaking, or a sensor going, or the ERS failing, or the DRS failing. We've had issues in every race with reliability, with the durability of bits on the car. It's been remarkable. Ocon is in. A number of others are in as well. Especially that front group. They are out now, though. George Russell boxed too. He's coming out the pits now. Purple Sector 3 from us. Coming out in front of Carlos Sainz, who was part of that train behind us. And we've rather remarkably opened a decent gap against him. That's 4.5 seconds to Carlos Sainz. I'm sure that would have been less than 2 when we pit. So I'm hoping when the rest of that train with Charles Leclerc box, we'll be able to stay ahead of them. And the hard tyres wear so slowly here. Provided I can drive as mistake-free as possible, we should have enough pace to finish P5. And if there's a safety car at any point, we do have another set of new mediums to be able to go to. Or, if it's late enough, softs. And Charles is in on 29. As is everybody else other than Lando Norris, because of course the McLarens went on the hard tyre in that group. Now is when we make most of our positions back again. Please box, Teo. Thank you. Another purple Sector 3. Roaring past those in the box. Even Carlos Sainz might get past them as well. He has indeed. They were right with us when we boxed. And by undercutting by just 2 laps, we've opened up a 5-second gap that we now just have to defend for the rest of this race, and we will finish P5. Which, China aside, is significantly our best result of the entire season, given the relative pace of this car at almost every other circuit. China is an exception, isn't it, as we know. Hopefully, if I shut my mouth and just concentrate on my driving, don't make mistakes like I did there throughout Minerali, we can hold on to this lead. Ferrari 9-10 at the minute, with an aim of finishing 5-6. Thanks for the follow, Cool Gorilla. Welcome to the channel, mate. Glad you're enjoying the content. Hopefully they fight as well, which will cost them time.
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
Right, it may be a bit of a boring second half of the race here. It might be just us lapping as fast as we possibly can, doing 34 qualifying laps from here to try and hold on to the position that we think we're going to get. Closing on Gasly because he's on very worn hard tyres now. The McLarens still have to pit. I'm seeing where Hulkenberg is actually. Where's Nico? Well, Nico's slightly further up than Gasly. Nico's currently running P5, I think, in front of Russell and Hamilton. So both Alpines in front, yet to pit. And we will go in front of them. Both McLarens yet to pit. But Lando we will come out in front of. Piastri we will not, I believe. Right, knuckling down again, shutting up shop, getting the job done. Sainz has passed Leclerc. They're just going to keep battling. I'm sure we're going to finish P5. Unless something dies on the car again, which obviously is a possibility at the minute with this Ferrari season so far. Should be a purple Sector 3 hopefully as well. It's not, but it is a personal best fastest lap. Gaining on Gasly by a second lap. We're actually, I think, gaining on Russell a little bit. I think that gap was about 7 seconds. It's now 6.2. I think they're getting held up by the Alpine in front of them, so the longer Nico stays out, Hulkenberg could help us close on the two Mercedes as well. Nico, please go as long as humanly possible on that set of hard tyres. He may genuinely go for another 10 laps or so. Alternatively, he might stop in the next 3 or 4. Gaps behind are growing though. At the minute, this is a comfortable, great finish for us right now. Now TRS on Gasly this lap too. We're taking a second and a half out of him on lap 33. We'll be comfortably through and up to P8 again. Excuse me, Pierre. Bye, mate. Thank you.
Nice move. Good job.
Thanks, Mark. 6 seconds. Oh, they've just taken Hulkenberg. That's annoying. So now they'll just drive away again, the Mercedes. Nico's not going to be able to keep up. I needed Nico to hold them up as long as possible, and unfortunately he just hasn't been able to do that. Still very strong P5 possibility here.
Keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 4.6 seconds. Yellow flag.
Yellow flag in front.
Okay,
Oh, and McLaren
in the next part of the track.
has
No overtaking.
had an issue as Piastri spun. He's locked up and gone straight on, defending against Fernando Alonso. And Piastri's popped it in the gravel trap, and now in typical AI fashion is going to just sit here rather than rejoin the circuit. He could rejoin the circuit now, but no, now he's got to wait for me. And then Gasly. He should be back on track after Gasly. No, he's waiting for everybody else as well.
Let's get back up to
Oh,
racing speed.
Oscar.
Come on.
What has gone wrong for you, pal? He's up and running again. Okay, maybe a 4th place is up for grabs here today.
Putting good distance between yourself and the car behind.
Okay, Lando has just come out behind me on fresh medium tyres. We're currently a net P, not sure. See, it might be 5th now. Verstappen, Alonso, Russell, Hamilton. We are a net P5 at the minute. And Lando's just come out right behind us, but now he's on medium tyres, so it might actually be a P6 we're going for here. Although Lewis has to pit again, of course, doesn't he? So it might still genuinely be a P5 then, yes. It's all up in the air, isn't it?
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 1.7 seconds.
Hulkenberg in the pits, we're up to P5. Gap is 6 seconds to Lewis, 7.2 to George will have taken Lewis because Lewis's medium tyres are going to be wearing quite badly now. He's almost at the very end of that second medium stint. He'll be switching to hard tyres within the next 3 or 4 laps at most, I would have thought. Might even be at the end of lap 37 that he decides to box. And we will be up to P4, but then trying to fend off a very fast and pretty undefendable Lando Norris. But the gap to Charles has grown to 6.5, so still very happy with how this race has gone. It couldn't have gone much better for us, really, could it? Especially after qualifying P11. We've shown genuine race pace, which we're delighted about.
Gap to the car in front, 5.6 seconds.
It's hot as fuck, which always makes my heart run a little faster. And I am tachycardic as one of the symptoms of the ME as well. So my heart rate is always high.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. At the moment, the car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap.
Lando's arrived. It's going to be a case of, can I stay in his DRS? Probably know the answer to that, don't you? He's got the extra grip to challenge me through here. There's no way I'm going to be able to keep up with him once he gets past me. Leclerc now down to 6 seconds as we're fighting with Lando. It's fine. We'll have DRS on. Well, actually, he might be past me and then out of sight by the time we get to the DRS detection point again next lap. He will take me down this main straight now, regardless of how much battery I use. Lewis Hamilton is in the pits for his second stop on 39. So he's now going to go on the hard tyre to the end for 24 laps. Lando's going to go for it. I'm not going to fight it too much. I need to lose as little time as possible to try and maintain the gaps behind. If you can take me with you a little bit, Lando, that'd be lovely, pal, but I think you're just going to be a little bit too quick for me, aren't you, mate? Just DRS. Just. That'll help. Especially because it's now 5.9 to Charlotte out of nowhere. He's gone. Now it's the status quo. Now's where genuinely it could just be a very, very lonely 23 laps to the end.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
No, he's on fresh mediums, Sean. It's not going to be catchable.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.4 seconds. Okay, gap ahead, 1.5 seconds.
They should fall off before my hards, but I've had my hards on for 14 laps now. So by the time his tyre wear catches up to mine, there might not be enough time left for his tyre wear to exceed mine by enough for me to be able to bring it back round again. Where am I going? You've never liked Imola? I love Imola. Really fun circuit to drive. Making a couple of mistakes now. Can't afford to let that gap come down too quickly. Rear tyres are starting to have a word with me and tell me they're not happy.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Yes, Sockmas, Portimao is in effectively the same slot as where Brazil was.
Tyres need to go the distance. Okay, gap to the car in front, 3.9 seconds.
I've not driven Portimao on this year's game, but I do very much enjoy the circuit. I'm not very good at Hungary. Hungary's another flow track. I'm not very good at, unfortunately. Yeah, I enjoy Singapore as well. Yeah, I quite like Mexico as well, actually. Apart from that third stadium sector. Hate that. I'm so bad at it. Next career mode video is out at 3 PM. Calvin. They're out 3 PM every weekday. If there were a safety car, I wouldn't stop. The pit lane's just way too long. It's going to cost me about a second. Half, thankfully. It'd just be too much overtaking to do if there was a safety car. I'd go from 5th to 18th if I stopped in normal race conditions now. And it wouldn't be much better than that even under a safety car, really. I still have to make my way through all 5 cars that are there behind me.
Gap to the car ahead, 5.9 seconds.
Favourite career mode ever is probably the RTG that we're doing right now, to be honest. Because of the realism of it. And the detail we're going into. Sunderland was FIFA 17, I want to say. 17, 18 or 19, wasn't it? The Sunderland save. Unless you mean the FIFA 13 one, but I doubt you do. Warm boy, I am a warm boy. Was it 18? MTH FIFA 12 was at Shrewsbury. Arsenal. I know Matt did a Shrewsbury save on an early FIFA that got him a lot of growth and views.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 6.5 seconds.
Pretty sure Lando's lap times are still better than my own. I'll try and nail the next lap and then see what my lap time is in comparison to Lando's. It's catching George though. Anything but nailed.
Lando's ahead of you now. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 6.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, they've done 15 laps on those tyres. And the time last lap, 1 minute 17.1. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap.
So my last lap... Oh, fuck. My last lap was 1/10 better than Lando's. I've just made these very similar mistakes to one I made last lap as well. There's still 12 laps to go. Well, no, actually 14 laps to go. No, 13 laps. We're on 51 now, aren't we? Okay, ignore all of that.
Everything's looking good.
I'm not going to catch Lando, basically, is the gist of it.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 6.7 seconds.
I'd need to close on Lando by more than half a second a lap, and I'm just not doing so.
Gap to your teammate behind, 7.9 seconds. gap to the car in front, 6.9 seconds.
Lando made a mistake somewhere because the gap just dropped by half a second. I thought Jake was a West Ham fan. I thought Meraki was a West Ham fan. Oh, we're sweating, chat, we're sweating. Ten laps to go. Good. If the AI makes George Orlando pit. They want to do a Piastri, they're more than welcome to.
Wing damage and it's going to really cost us. So please, let's protect it and bring the car home.
Did I get front wing damage from going on the curb there? Surely not. No. What are you talking about, game?
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Yeah, it might be from that collision with someone at the very, very, very beginning of the race. Might have been Carlos Sainz. I'm sure if I had done it, it would have come up with that objective much earlier than it did.
Gap on the car behind by 5/10 a lap. Okay, gap ahead, 6.8 seconds.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Again! Again! I can't do this! I can't do this, Ferrari! On for a P5. Would have been our second best result of the whole season, and the engine has let go again. This is ridiculous. Ferrari, please. Ferrari, please. I can't believe it again. Third time in 7 races, a DNF from a mechanical fault.
And in the end,
Unbelievable.
Red
It's just a joke. What is happening at Maranello in our home Grand Prix as well? Lewis was able to get himself back through to P5. He worked his way all the way through that group
Formula One.
at the death with his brand new fresh hard tyres. The 2-stop worked to a certain extent for him, although he was near his teammate at one point. Could have been on for a podium. I would have absolutely finished P5 there. There probably wasn't that much to show to you in terms of on-track action between about lap 40 and the retirement. But, oh, mate. We would have had an extra 10 points. So I would have been on 31 and been above Carlos Sainz. Because Carlos Sainz gained extra points by my retiring. And we would have been just 11 points behind Aston Martin. Oh, my Lord. I am furious. Well, back to the factory we go. Lap 11, wasn't it? The overtake on Charles. Out of the chicane. That's annoying. The sun's just kind of... I have to change the weather. That's better. Yeah, how he held that is remarkable, really. Oh, what friggin' heartbreak that is. I've actually got the thumbnail PSD open next to me, so I'll just add that immediately in. And we can show you what it looks like. Oh, helps if I actually save that one as well, doesn't it? That's what the thumbnail will look like. Oh, ooh, no. I can't believe it. I really genuinely can't believe it. Not again. George! softens the blow by gifting 5 subs to the channel. Thank you, mate. Dragonflies, Matman, Sozzle Corgi, Will, and Ambrose Quack. Welcome to the gang, gents. All of my ratings, apart from pace, going down. Oh, sad, sad, sad. Still 37% on the recognition. I mean, if I'd have finished that race and finished significantly ahead of Charles Leclerc, then I surely would have maybe tipped it up a little bit with a recognition from 37 to maybe 38, 39. We want 40 so we can do multiple upgrades with our resource points, but oh my god. Can you believe it? It's right at the latter stages of each race as well. We've been grinding and grinding and grinding away. Time and time again. Sorry isn't cutting it at the minute mark. What was it that failed this time? The turbo. We've had a gearbox die. We've had an MGUK die. And now we've had a turbo let go as well. Unbelievable. This Ferrari is taking the Michael now, isn't it? Really taking the piss out of me. Oh, dearie me. 727 resource points is not enough to do the drag reduction. That's not going to be done until after Monaco. We could do weight redistribution, although actually I think we're going to have to wait until the tyre blankets are finished because I can't do multiple upgrades. I can do this one, actually. Do I do that, or do I wait for something on the aero side? Drag reduction could be important, although we think we've probably nailed what the 60% recognition required. Oh my Christ. I'm never going to upgrade the Ferrari that far. 60% recognition. That's just not going to happen, is it, with me and Charles Leclerc? That's insane. That is going to be a real long-term goal. I dare say we might even have left Ferrari by the time we might well have earned 60%. That's outrageous. I'll not go for the drag reduction. We will do the minor weight redistribution. Actually, no, weight reduction. Just making the car lighter is going to make a massive impact. And that 0% chance of failure will be definitely done by Canada, which is a power track. So the extra saved weight will come very much in handy for that. On the durability side, there is not much I can do at the minute. Turbo durability is 900 or so. Everything else is done. 600 for the MGUH, and I can't do anything else. It's not even giving me something I need to do for that one. It's just straight up locked. 60% recognition required. 60% recognition required. That's unavailable at the moment. 50% recognition required for the powertrain ones, although the powertrain is decent. 50% for the chassis ones as well. We're going to be able to upgrade the drag reduction and the DRS, but I'm not going to be able to upgrade the front or rear aero really at all moving forward. We might only be at Ferrari for one season. We haven't had any secret meetings so far this season. No one's shown any interest in us, but I would definitely be interested in a move to to Mercedes or McLaren. That would be damn sure. I even might go back to Haas at this rate. Well, let's go to the Monaco Grand Prix. Let's see what the weather is going to be like in the Principality. It shouldn't be... Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna jinx myself or say anything that might come back to bite me. It's a fully dry weekend in Monaco, which is very, very, very pleasing indeed. Well, that will do us for today. Another Ferrari power unit component lets us down, and hopefully we can finish the first race in 3 in the next episode. Join me in Monaco for more. My Christ, who saw that coming? Oh, Ferrari's home Grand Prix as well, of all places. Well, it's Charles' home Grand Prix next. I'll see you in Monaco. Right, let me save that. I can't believe it. F1 S2 7. Not Monaco. Imola. That's insane. That's insane. Right, let me set that to upload for Chris. What time is it? 5 to 3. Okay. We're going to be football managering for the rest of the afternoon. So I'm going to go and have a quick lunch break. And then I will be back in 15 minutes or so. We'll go live again. We'll restart the stream and we will be football managering. So go and grab yourselves some lunch of your own. Do make sure that you join me again in a few minutes' time for Football Manager. We're in the January transfer window in that save, and I really am going to need your help trying to find some new players. So I'd appreciate you coming back if you could be so kind, and I will see you in just a few minutes.